Hey guys. Um, Sorry my video is a little late tonight. I didn't have time to do it earlier. Um, I actually had a really rough day. Um, I was filled with anxiety all day today, feeling really stressed out and anxious. I felt like I was having this like a mental war going on in my head today. Um, I went to bed last night feeling great, feeling really confident, feeling really you know, close to God and like really believing and having faith. And then I wake up today and it was just like I had so much doubt and I felt like my logic kept trying to get in the way. And somehow I was reading my book about how to break um, spiritual bondage. Um, and I somehow got on the topic of, found my way to the topic of dinosaurs and their timeline, because archaeologists and people say that, dinosaurs based off their fossils they were here, millions of years ago, which doesn't add up to the timeline of the Bible. And when God created, um, the earth and mankind, or at least mankind, I don't know, and then I found myself going down a rabbit hole, trying to Google it and look up stuff and see things. And there was different Christian articles that said different things and had different thoughts. And I just felt like, oh my God, well, who's right? Who's wrong? What's going on? What's the right answer? What's happening? And it was filling me up with anxiety so bad that I felt like I was just gonna go insane. So my husband's like, what's wrong? And I was like, I told him. And he was like, look, you know, I've gotten a little bit away from God. I don't go to church, I don't read the Bible. But I will tell you one thing that I always remembered was some pastor, he watched a video or something, or heard them say it, saying that someone asked the pastor, what if you're wrong about believing in God and everything the Bible teaches? And he was like, well, if I am wrong, then I lived a good life, a happy life. I had purpose. I was a good person. I did good things. And if, you don't believe and say I am right and there's God and there's hell, um, do you really want to run the risk of, possibly not being saved, and then, just living your life in sinning all the time and just not having a good life, no purpose, just really struggling. And my husband was like, look, you just have to have faith. Sometimes there's going to be things that just don't make sense. And there's sometimes things that happen that, you know, based people are like, oh, well, science, that's not going to happen. But then, miracles happen, but they can't be explained. So it's just kind of like, you know, there is a level of doubt that I have. There's like a part of me in the back of my mind and in my heart that has some doubt there. And I feel like, you know, um, like, the enemy, demons and Satan and stuff is using that to really attack me right now, because I think that they are noticing that I am getting closer. I am feeling more confident. I am having more faith. I am getting deeper in my prayers. I am not giving up. I am reading the Bible every day. I am praying every day. I am making time for it no matter what. I'm exhausted right now, you guys. It is late. It's like, I don't even know, 10 p.m. and I'm so tired. I want to go to bed. That's all I want to do. And my husband's like, go to bed. And I'm like, no, I have to make my video for today. I have to read the Bible. I have to make this video, and I have to pray. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I have to. I know it. I feel it. And I think that they're really like Satan and his demons are like really like attacking me right now and trying to fill me up with, you know, confusion and logic and things to try and trip me up to keep me away from God because, you know, in the book that I'm reading about how to break spiritual bondage, he says that the demons watch you, they study you, they know what will specifically, what deceptions and temptations they can get you to trip up on. You know, I like, let's say, you know, soda. So, you know, that's something that they're going to tempt me with to keep me not feeling good, to keep me unhealthy physically. And someone else may not have a problem with soda. They don't drink soda. They don't like it. It's not a temptation for them. So they're not going to tempt that person with soda. You know, they're not going to tempt them with that. You know, someone may have problems with, you know, being sexually, you know, like having just um, casual sex, you know, and that's difficult for them because they like to do that. You know, they're going to tempt them with casual sex. And then other people have no problem with that. They are monogamous people or are waiting till marriage. So they know, okay, well, I can't tempt them with that. So I'm not going to bother. So I feel like right now, like the biggest thing is that little bit of doubt and that logic and these questions and, you know, feeling confused. And I feel like the enemy, like, you know, Satan and his demons are using that to like, because guys, I haven't had an anxiety attack in a very long time. Um, I don't even remember. It's been at least like 2 years, I think, or longer. Yeah, I think it's been like 2 years since I've had an anxiety attack. And today, it was so bad, my thoughts. I thought I was going to have an anxiety attack. That is not like, that to me was a huge like light bulb that like I'm being like spiritually attacked, you know, and trying to be kept away from God right now because I am feeling more connected. I am believing. I am having faith. So I don't know, guys. I'm just going to keep praying and I'm going to keep reading the Bible and I'm not going to back down. And I'm just going to keep reading my book about how to break spiritual bondage. And I asked God tonight when I prayed right now, I asked him to guide me into what can I do next to bring myself closer to him. You know, do I need to get baptized? Do I need to start going to church? Like, what do I need to do? Tell me and I'll do it. And so it's just pretty amazing, guys. Like, just only, you know, what, 3 weeks. And I just feel like this just connection and this like belief that like was non-existent before in such a short time. You know, it definitely was my time to like he called on me that day. I had a really bad fight with my husband and something inside me was just like, okay, it's time. It's time to let God in. And I immediately got super emotional. And it was God calling on me. He's like, it's time. It's time to let me in. It's time to start believing and having faith and reading the Bible. And I just felt it. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just, I just knew. I knew that was it. It was time. I've been being gently, you know, guided and shoved in his direction this whole year. And, you know, now it was time. And he called on me and here I am. And I definitely feel like I'm being like tried to being pulled down and away from him. And so it's hard. All day today was really difficult. I felt very stressed and anxious and it was very difficult. But what helped was talking to my husband and reading my book about how to break spiritual bondage, and then praying. Really, I've prayed twice today. um that also really helped. So I don't know, guys, if anyone's watching this right now that's also really struggling, like maybe you decided to read the Bible with me, now currently or in the future, you find these videos, and if you're really struggling right now, like I have been, all I can say is don't give up. Keep, like, prioritize reading the Bible every day and prioritize praying, because the only thing that can help you, like, stop these attacks and get rid of this, like, these demonic attacks and thoughts, and get them out of your life and get the darkness out of your life, is by bringing the light in. And every night when I pray, I close my eyes and I look up, um and towards the light, like in the room, in my closet, and I just ask God, I'm like, please, like, fill me up with so much light that, like, the darkness can't even get in. Like, they cannot penetrate my you know like, light. Like, just fill me up with so much light. Fill me up with your presence so much that, like, they don't even stand a chance. Like, but right now I have to eradicate this doubt that's inside of me. And so I asked him, I prayed tonight really deeply, like, hey, please help me, guide me, and how to get rid of this doubt. And so I'm just, gonna be patient and wait while, and just keep reading the Bible every day, keep reading my book, keep praying, and keep asking questions, keep watching videos, and just really just keep making changes, you know, um, in my life, and just really just, you know, pray. And I know that He's going to help me. I just feel it. I feel it. I know He's going to help me. So, I don't know, guys. I'm just a little emotional right now. I just prayed right now before I started this video. So I'm just feeling very, like, I'm feeling a little, I'm feeling it, feeling the presence. So sorry, I know that was a long update today, but um I just really I felt like I needed to share that, because I know that I just feel it. I feel that at some point there's people that are going to be like me, struggling and starting to let God into their life and read the Bible, and they're going to happen upon these videos and, this video. And I just really want to share this journey and what it's really like, you know, um, because it's not been easy. It's not like, okay, I just believe in God, cool, everything's great. No, like, you have to make time. You have to make it a priority. You have to nurture this relationship you're building with God. There's no way around it. You can't just be like, okay, I'll be good for a year or two, and then just stop praying, stop going to church, stop reading the Bible, stop reading His Word, stop that connection with Him. He's not going to continue to, you know, you're not going to continue to get the rewards in that connection. You're just not. You have to keep up with it. It's a lifestyle. It's not a quick fix. It's not something that's just going to happen overnight either. So, I don't know. If you're, feeling on the fence and having doubt, just stick with it. Stick with me. Keep reading the Bible with me and keep praying, and let's do this together, So I don't know, guys. It's pretty amazing. I thanked God tonight for calling on me and bringing me, you know, um, for helping me be like, okay, it's time to bring Him into my life. So, because, I have been seeing things different. I have been seeing things more beautiful, and stopping to, like, actually appreciate the things in my life. The fact that I have a roof over my head, food in my fridge. I'm able to take care of my daughter and make sure she's safe and okay. And, me, my husband, my daughter, and our two cats are all crammed in one tiny room with the crib next to the bed, and we all share a small, a closet, and um, it's rough, but we're actually very blessed, and um, getting close to God and been praying this past couple weeks has really helped me get some perspective and realize that I am actually very blessed than most people and more fortunate than most people. And I really lost sight of that. And He's helping me to see the blessings in my life for what they are instead of seeing what I don't have or what I want that I don't have yet. So it's pretty amazing, guys. It's pretty amazing. So, okay, I'm done rambling. um, and, if there's anyone watching this right now and you just watch this and you're like, oh man, I need to pray, hit pause before we start the chapters today. Pray your heart out, like really just pray your heart out, and then come back to the video and press play and let's do these chapters. So let's get started, guys.
God said to Jacob, "Get up, go to Bethel and settle there. Build an altar there to the God who appeared to you when you fled from your brother Esau." So Jacob said to his family and all who were with him, "Get rid of the foreign gods that are among you. Purify yourselves and change your clothes."
So that verse right there actually explains, I want to say it was the chapters yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday, where there was a verse that had mentioned multiple gods, and I was confused. And this actually like clears that up for me. So, which is nice. Because, there's only one God. God.
We must get up and go to Bethel. I will build an altar there to the God who answered me in my day of distress. He has been with me everywhere I have gone. Then they gave Jacob all their foreign gods and their earrings, and Jacob hid them under the oak near Shechem. When they set out, a terror from God came over the cities around them, and they did not pursue Jacob's sons. So Jacob and all who were with him came to Luz, that is, Bethel, in the land of Canaan. Jacob built an altar there and called the place El Bethel, because it was there that God had revealed himself to him when he was fleeing from his brother. Deborah, the one who had nursed and raised Rebekah, died and was buried under the oak south of Bethel. So Jacob named it Alon Bukoth. God appeared to Jacob again after he returned from Padan Aram, and he blessed him. God said to him, "Your name is Jacob. You will no longer be named Jacob, but your name will be Israel." So he named him Israel. God also said to him, "I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation indeed, an assembly of nations, will come from you, and kings will descend from you. I will give to you the land that I gave to Abraham and Isaac, and I will give the land to your future descendants." Then God withdrew from him at the place where he had spoken to him. Jacob set up a marker at the place where he had spoken to him, a stone marker. He poured a drink offering on it and poured oil on it. Jacob named the place where God had spoken with him Bethel. They set out from Bethel. When they were still some distance from Ephrath, Rachel began to give birth, and her labor was difficult. During her difficult labor, the midwife said to her, "Don't be afraid, for you have another son." With her last breath, for she was dying, she named him Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is, Bethlehem. Jacob set up a marker on her grave. It is the marker at Rachel's grave still today. Israel set out again and pitched his tent beyond the Tower of Eder. While Israel was living in that region, Reuben went in and slept with his father's concubine Bilhah, and Israel heard about it. Jacob had 12 sons. Leah's sons were Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. Rachel's sons were Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Rachel's slave Bilhah were Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Leah's slave Zilpah were Gad and Asher. These are the sons of Jacob, who were born to him in Padan Aram. Jacob came to his father Isaac at Mamre in Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had stayed. Isaac lived 180 years. He took his last breath and died, and was gathered to his people old and full of days. His sons Esau and Jacob buried him. These are the family records of Esau.
I wonder why I've noticed now that like the two people that lived longer than the 130 years that God had said earlier in the chapters, I don't remember which verse, where, he changed their lifespan to about 130 years. And I noticed the two people that lived like longer were more like people of like God, that were more connected to Him. So I wonder if like, did He keep them alive longer because He was doing like more work for Him, or I don't know. There's my logic trying to get in the way again. I don't know, guys. I just need to just listen, I think.
Is Edom. Esau took his wives from the Canaanite women, Adah, daughter of Elon the Hethite, Aholibamah, daughter of Anah, and granddaughter of Zibeon the Hivite, and Besmath, daughter of Ishmael and sister of Nebaioth. Adah bore Eliphaz to Esau, Besmath bore Ruel, and Aholibamah bore Jeush, Jalam, and Korah. These were Esau's sons, who were born to him in the land of Canaan. Esau took his wives, sons, daughters, and all the people of his household, as well as his herds, all his livestock, and all the property he had acquired in Canaan. He went to a land away from his brother Jacob, for their possessions were too many for them to live together, and because of their herds, the land where they stayed could not support them. So Esau, that is Edom, lived in the mountains of Seir. These are the family records of Esau, father of the Edomites in the mountains of Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, son of Esau's wife Adah, and Ruel, son of Esau's wife Besmath. The sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. Timnah, a concubine of Esau's son Eliphaz, bore Amalek to Eliphaz. These are the sons of Esau's wife Adah. These are Ruel's sons: Nehath, Zerah, Shema, and Mizah. These are the sons of Esau's wife Besmath. These are the sons of Esau's wife Aholibamah, daughter of Anah and granddaughter of Zibeon. She bore Jeush, Jalam, and Korah to Edom. These are the chiefs among Esau's sons, the sons of Eliphaz, Esau's firstborn: Chief Teman, Chief Omar, Chief Zepho, Chief Kenaz, Chief Korah, Chief Gatam, and Chief Amalek. These are the chiefs descended from Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Adah. These are the sons of Ruel, Esau's son: Chief Nahath, Chief Zerah, Chief Shema, and Chief Mizah. These are the chiefs descended from Ruel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Esau's wife Besmath. These are the sons of Esau's wife Aholibamah: Chief Jeush, Chief Jalam, and Chief Korah. These are the chiefs descended from Esau's wife Aholibamah, daughter of Anah. These are the sons of Esau, that is Edom, and these are their chiefs. Seir's family. These are the sons of Seir the Horite, the inhabitants of the land: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. These are the chiefs among the Horites, the sons of Seir, in the land of Edom. The sons of Lotan were Horai and Haman. Timnah was Lotan's sister. These are Shabal's sons, Alvan, Manahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. These are Zibeon's sons, Aya and Anah. This was the Anah who found the hot springs in the wilderness while he was pasturing the donkeys of his father Zibeon. These are the children of Anah, Dishan and Aholabama, daughter of Anah. These are Dishan's sons, Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Quran. These are Ezer's sons, Bilhah, Zavan, and Akan. These are Dishan's sons, Uz and Aran. These are the chiefs among the Horites, Chief Lotan, Chief Shabal, Chief Zibeon, Chief Anah, Chief Dishon, Chief Ezer, and Chief Dishan. These are the chiefs among the Horites, clan by clan in the land of Seir. These are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the Israelites. Bela, son of Beor, reigned in Edom. The name of his city was Dinhaba. When Bela died, Jobab, son of Zerah, from Basra, reigned in his place. When Jobab died, Husham, from the land of Temanites, reigned in his place. When Husham died, Hadad, son of Bedad, reigned in his place. He defeated Midian in the field of Moab. The name of his city was Avith. When Hadad died, Samlah from Masrekah reigned in his place. When Samlah died, Shaul from Rehoboth on the Euphrates River reigned in his place. When Shaul died, Baal-Hanan, son of Akbor, reigned in his place. When Baal-Hanan, son of Akbor, died, Hadar reigned in his place. His city was Pau, and his wife's name was Mehetabel, daughter of Matred, daughter of Mezahab. These are the names of Esau's chiefs, according to their families and their localities. By their names, Chief Timnah, Chief Alva, Chief Jetheth, Chief Aholabama, Chief Elah, Chief Pinon, Chief Kenaz, Chief Teman, Chief Mibzar, Chief Magdiel, and Chief Aram. These are Edom's chiefs, according to their settlements in the land they possessed. Esau was father of the Edomites. Jacob lived in the land where his father had stayed, the land of Canaan. These are the family records of Jacob. At 17 years of age, Joseph tended sheep with his brothers. The young man was working with the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah, his father's wives, and he brought a bad report about them to their father. Now Israel loved Joseph more than his other sons because Joseph was a son born to him in his old age, and he made a long-sleeved robe for him. When his brothers saw that their father loved him more than all his brothers, they hated him and could not bring themselves to speak peaceably to him. Then Joseph had a dream. When he told it to his brothers, they hated him even more. He said to them, "Listen to this dream I had. There we were, binding sheaves of grain in the field. Suddenly, my sheaf stood up, and your sheaves gathered around it and bowed down to my sheaf. Are you really going to reign over us?" his brothers asked him. "Are you really going to rule us?" So they hated him even more because of his dream and what he had said. Then he had another dream and told it to his brothers. "Look," he said, "I had another dream, and this time the sun, moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to me." He told his father and brothers, and his father rebuked him. "What kind of dream is this that you have had?" he said. "Am I and your mother and your brothers really going to come and bow down to the ground before you?" His brothers were jealous of him, but his father kept the matter in mind. His brothers had gone to pasture their father's flocks at Shechem. Israel said to Joseph, "Your brothers, you know, are pasturing the flocks at Shechem. Get ready. I'm sending you to them. I'm ready, Joseph replied. Then Israel said to him, Go and see how your brothers and the flocks are doing, and bring word back to me. So he sent him from the Hebron valley, and he went to Shechem. A man found him there, wandering in the field, and asked him, What are you looking for? I'm looking for my brothers, Joseph said. Can you tell me where they are pasturing their flocks? They've moved on from here, the man said. I heard them say, Let's go to Dothan. So Joseph set out after his brothers and found them at Dothan. They saw him in the distance, and before he had reached them, they plotted to kill him. They said to one another, Oh, look, here comes that dream expert. So now, come on, let's kill him and throw him into one of the pits. We can say that a vicious animal ate him. Then we'll see what becomes of his dreams. When Reuben heard this, he tried to save him from them. He said, Let's not take his life. Reuben also said to them, Don't shed blood. Throw him into this pit in the wilderness, but don't lay a hand on him, intending to rescue him from them and return him to his father. When Joseph came to his brothers, they stripped off Joseph's robe, the long-sleeved robe that he had on. Then they took him and threw him into the pit. The pit was empty without water.
Okay, there we have it, guys. We're all done with today's chapters. Um, the name Joseph, I feel like, I don't know, like, I feel like I recognize that name, and I wonder if, like, he's gonna have, like, an important storyline. I don't know. I'm tired. It's late. Um, I don't know, guys. Thank you so much if you're following this with me now or in the future, if you find my videos. Um, I really hope that they help you somehow, because that was the whole reason I started my YouTube channel in the first place, was I wanted to help people, um, inspire others to, you know, search more for a better quality of life. When I first was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, I started going to this support group, and I found that everyone there was totally just okay with accepting that life, that, they just had this problem, this disorder, and they had to take medication, and, you know, that was it. It was like no one wanted to see if there was more that they could do. No one wanted to see if there was more healing that they could do, more things that they could find and search for and do to deal with it better, to cope with it better, to have a better life, to hopefully maybe heal it a little bit. Um, you know, um, Kind of like, people who have diabetes, like you can either let it run rampant and then, you develop a whole host of problems to the point where some people, lose limbs because, or their lives. Or are you going to be one of those people that has diabetes and is going to control it and do what you need to do and change your lifestyle in order to keep it, somewhat under control or under control fully and have a good quality, healthy, fulfilling life? And to me, I'm like, I refuse to bow down to my bipolar disorder and anxiety. And I'm like, no, there's got to be more. And, my journey so far has now led me to God and the Bible and His Word. And I've seen so many videos and heard of so many people say how God saved them from depression, anxiety, drinking, drugs, you know, whatever um, issues they were having. God saved them. And so I'm definitely feeling like I'm going down a path that that's going to happen for me too, because already in a couple of weeks, God has already helped me and saved me in a few ways. So I'm excited to see where this takes me. So I hope that if anyone's found this video and you're struggling, um, I hope that you can find a way to make this a priority and read the Bible either with me or without me, read it on your own, and make praying and developing a connection with God and a relationship with Him a priority. Um, so I just, I want people to be happy. That's all. Um, all right, guys, I gotta go get ready for bed now, finally. Yay. Pray for me that my daughter sleeps the whole night long because I could use a good night's sleep. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's day 13. Good night.